Welcome to the final Instigating with Clarkey and Ryan of 2024. Ryan Drury alongside Clarkey, and producer Adam is with us as well. And gentlemen, it's been another exciting year in the sports world, nationally, locally, globally. We're going to touch on a bunch of different stuff that we've seen throughout the year. And Clarkey was the one who thought, maybe we'll do a little year in review, some significant moments that we were maybe happy about, fired up about, angry about. I don't know. Producer Adam has garnished together a plate full of clips, and he's going to serve them to us, Clarkey, and we're gonna kind of eat off that. How about that? It's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be. I have no idea what clips Adam's picked, so we're going to react to them as we see them. But this is a little year in review, instigating style.
It sure is.
Yeah,
it sure is.
Adam,
so the first clip,
tell us what's up.
Yeah, you're going to come back to a time. We're going to kind of line them up so it's happier things first and then get you fired up at the end. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Okay. So the first one's going to be an easy one. You're going to have a lot of fun talking about this one. We're going to take you back to when the Cyclones won the Southern Cup, and we had Trent Clement on talking about what it felt like to win the Sutherland Cup back then. So here we go.
You guys got off to a 4-6-1 start. Things hadn't quite clicked into gear yet. And I remember you telling us we still believe that there's another gear here. There were another couple gears. I mean, the season was just unbelievable. In the playoffs, you guys were dominant. You did not lose very many games. As you reflect back on that, I mean, you must just be incredibly proud.
Oh, for sure. Like I've kind of watched on it during the summer, just kind of reflected back, and when you're in it, it's just something that it's hard to experience it all until you get out of it and you look back and just that playoff run and how much the guys they were on. The coaching staff was on. We knew our opponents. We knew what our opponents were doing. We knew what made our opponents tick, and we played so well defensively. We scored big key goals, and we're looking back on it. It's like the start of the playoffs, you had guys like Burkett and Urig and them going, but then in the middle half there, they kind of went cold for a little bit. Then you had other guys stepping up, like the Muhlensteins and the McNevens and the Coombsies and the Chet Hudsons on that team and the McRobbies and all the guys that maybe it almost seemed like at different times in the playoffs, you had different guys leading, and then the goaltending was always there. It didn't matter. Like Grimes got most of the starts in the playoffs, but the start of the playoffs, we kind of rotated between him and Arts. And even if Grimes would have ever went down, we were pretty confident that the goalie that we had in Riley Arts, he was going to step in and do the same thing, right? So we were kind of, our team last year, we were so deep in every aspect of the game, like defense to offense to goaltending, and coaching, where it's just something where it almost seemed like it was just our year and everything just fell into place for us.
So there you go. That's your first clip. So what did you guys think? Well, the Sykes winning the cup?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was probably the most significant moment, like, locally around here anyway. I mean, like, the Cyclones winning their second ever Sutherland Cup. I mean, Clarkey, geez, the way they're playing, they might do it again. They're playing so well right now heading into the Christmas break. Yeah, like, I was there throughout the entire playoff run and alongside Sabby and JK on CKNX Junior Hockey, and, like, really special. I was there for the first one. And to be there for the second one, I was, 30 feet away from Jack O'Donnell when he scored the overtime winner in Game 5 against St. Mary's to seal it. Ran right out on the ice, got tackled by Jesse Cole as I was trying to take pictures. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Like, Steve and I, like, we were packed up. We were ready to go, like, 45 minutes later. I mean, we're down on the ice, like, shaking people's hands and everything, having a good time. And we were like, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. We're ready to get out of here. And the team was like, no. You guys got to come in the back and at least have a beer with everybody. And we thought, okay, we'll have one beer. I got home at 3:30 in the morning that night. I couldn't go. Sabby left a little earlier than me. What a night that was. It was so much fun. And just to see that team do that, like, Clarkey, you talk about dominant playoff runs. I mean, the Leafs should take some notes from these Cyclones. They lost 2 games, I'm pretty sure, the entire playoff run, 1 at home. It was,
I think they swept the first 2 or 3 rounds, right? Like,
they were on a roll. The first 2 rounds, they just rolled through, and it was something to behold, man. It was a lot of fun. Fun. Yeah.
And Trent on the show, Trent McClement, the GM, happy guy.
Beauty.
Hey, and they're rolling, as you said. Like he was doing a lot of work in the off season. I saw firsthand, and he thinks he's got this club ready to go and make another run. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the new year as the Cyclones round things out. And different format this year, different schedule for the Cyclones as well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the conference realignment's been interesting, but they're playing really well. And as a matter of fact, as this show airs on Whiteman, which it will be airing first on December 20th, they're actually having the championship celebration in town here, where the whole team's gotten together and the rings are going to be presented. I can't wait to get a look at those things. Yeah, really, really special year.
Broadcasters get in the ring, or?
No, the broadcast. No, we don't. And I certainly, and even if Steve and JK did, I certainly don't deserve one, because I was mostly in the Ray Ferraro box. Like,
yeah, but you were there till 3:30 in the morning. Like that should count for something, Ryan.
I don't need nor want a ring, but I'm very happy for that group of young gentlemen that that achieved it. Really, really cool moment for sure, producer Adam. That was a good one. Good one. Start. And allegedly, it's only going to get worse from here. Apparently, like we're going to get angrier now, unless it's another good moment, producer Adam. I don't know what you have on tap for us now.
So the next clip, before we get to the next one, the Barons were also having an amazing season this past season and went very far and won the Pollock and went
Hanover. It's all we hear from producer Adam.
I just have to say.
No.
I just have to say, the Fishers, Mike Fisher, the Mikes, I should say, very good to me. I didn't bring it with me for the show, but I have a PGHL Pollock Championship hat that they gave to the players. I also got one myself. From Mike personally.
There you go, Drew.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I don't need a hat either, but producer Adam deserves one.
Oh, thank you.
That's right. Yeah, he deserves a new shirt too. What do you got on there? What's this green shirt you're wearing today?
It's a Griswold family Christmas shirt, because come on, it's close to Christmas time.
Okay.
So
watched it the other day.
Hartford Whalers t-shirt or something.
It's got the tree with the car on it. So
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, just before we get to that, you put a plug in for the Sykes Championship celebration on the 28th. The Barons are hosting the PJHL North Conference Division All-Star game here in Hanover.
They are. So, yes.
The Pollock versus the Carruthers divisions in that conference. So that should be really good.
By the way, for junior hockey fans locally, Sabby and JK will be broadcasting that game.
And it will be on Whiteman TV as well. I'll be right beside Sabby and JK. Yeah.
Yes, it will. It's going to be broadcast on AM 920 and CKNX.ca. You can listen to the All-Star game. How about that?
And
is it a typical All-Star game? Like, what are we going to expect in this? Like, I don't like All-Star games.
I think it's a little better than the NHL. Like, these kids, they show up and try.
Yeah, they do care.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So the next clip, now we're getting into the stuff where you're going to go, oh my Lord. So do you remember the Jays? Of course we all remember how terrible the Jays have been. Do you remember how terrible the Jays management has been? Do you remember how terrible Ross Atkins has been? Do you remember how fired up you two and Rob Longley got? Well, if you don't, you're going to have to watch this clip right now.
Oh no. Elongated quote from Ross, from Mark Shapiro. Ross needs to be better. I need to be better. Our entire baseball operations need to be better. But I also think about the fact we were in the playoffs 3 of the last 5 years. And to me, that's not grounds to make a change. He was asked about replacing Ross Atkins. Yeah. Shapiro, this is the King Daddy topper. Shapiro went on to say, if I felt there was a better alternative to run our baseball operation, I'd make that change.
Yeah.
Dude, what? Yeah. You're the smartest guy in the room, and you don't see a problem here, Mark?
And you've just admitted your GM needs to be better.
There's no one else in the baseball world that's better than this.
No
one.
Apparently not.
You don't know anyone.
There's no one better at being a puppet.
Yeah,
I can't.
Mark Shapiro's running this show. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah.
That
he signs off on everything anyway.
Yeah.
That one is the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You know,
I was the most insulted by it than anything else he's ever said, Rob.
I love when he talks about, 3 of the last 5 years we've been in the playoffs. But of course, he's not going to mention this, but 3 of the last 7, they've had 76 wins or fewer, including the 74 of this year. So, I mean, do you like? It's almost like, and he has said this, and he danced around it a little bit yesterday, because they don't talk about winning the division that much anymore. Mark Shapiro's philosophy is, all you got to do is be an 86 to 89 win team and get in the playoffs, because it's the team that gets hot in October, late September and October, that tends to do well. Well, he's not wrong with that, right? We're seeing that with the Tigers this year. We saw it with the Arizona Cardinals. We saw it with the Philadelphia Phillies. We've seen it over the last 3 or 4 years. We've seen the red hot team late in the season, have inordinate success. But I mean, how can that be your overriding philosophy on building a team? As I think I used the words in there, and Ryan, you have it in front of you. I think I said, "Aim low, boys, aim low." Like, really? Like, is this what you want? Is this what you aspire to? To sneaking in the playoffs and hoping against hope that you're going to get hot in October, because you don't need to hit home runs in October. All you need is to hit for contact, because power is low-hanging fruit.
And that's why we love having Longley on, right? And if to make it worse, there's terrible cup holders as well. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Well, nothing's changed, right? Like, we're still in the same spot we were 4, 3, 2, 1 year ago. Like, nothing has changed. This team is spinning its wheels. They haven't done anything off-season wise to make them remarkably better.
Well, Clarkey, listen, they're in on Corbin Burns, though.
They were in on a lot of players.
On Corbin
they
Burns.
were in on Soto. They were in on Otani. They were in on a lot of guys. But
yeah, they're in on Corbin Burns. Apparently,
good. Let's see.
They're willing to offer Corbin Burns the highest contract in team history. It would be like in excess of 220 million.
And do you think he's worth it?
Yeah, he probably is. Corbin Burns. Like, he's that dude. That dude can hawk. But
well, they let their Canadian stopper walk just recently, Romano, signing with the Phillies, I think. So
yeah, a lot of injury concerns.
I get that, Ryan. I get that,
sure.
But
no, but like
other teams have interest in him, and a successful team had interest in him. So
yeah. Well, watch, his innings will be managed better, and he'll probably pitch really, really. I bet he has a sub 2.5 ERA with the Phillies. I almost guarantee it. When the Phillies, not only can the Phillies play defense, they hit for power and hit for contact. Really good hitting lineup.
But nothing's changed
over there.
No.
It hasn't changed, and I don't expect it to. And like, you look at some of the free agents that are still available, including Corbin Burns and Roki Sasaki and Pete Alonso, guy who can hit for power. Actually, I hope my Cubs sign him. They've been really busy. I'd love to see the Polar Bear playing first. Pete is 28, 29,
okay,
give or take.
I thought he was older than that, but
let me double check that quickly for you.
What about Teoscar? Is he still available?
He's available. Teoscar Hernandez is available.
Too much fun, though. Lots of fun.
Is available.
He has lots of fun.
He's fun, man. He's having way too much fun. As a matter of fact, he had so much fun.
He won a World Series.
Friggin' World Series. He's 30 years old. He's 30 years old as of December 7th. So, but I mean,
still should be. It's better than signing a 38, 39-year-old, which they've done in the past, right?
Yeah, and like Pete Alonso,
Justin Turner.
Guy we're like Justin Turner. Yeah, Pete Alonso would be a guy that would be interesting, with the Jays, because he plays first, and you can't play him anywhere else. So, would it be a situation where you DH him one day, and then maybe to give Vladdy a rest, you DH him, put Pete at first?
Oh, do they have a third baseman?
No, they don't have a third baseman.
Oh, well, who played third in the past?
And there's the thing. Well, I mean, who are they going to play there? Ernie Clement? Like what? Or are they hoping
Vladdy played third?
Yeah, but they don't like.
I get it, but
he's a Gold Glove winning first baseman.
I get that, but he was.
adapted to first
Yep.
really well.
No doubt. He has. No question about it.
Give Vladdy his credit. He has really developed into a
I'm
solid.
shocked actually that he actually made it and became a Gold Glove first baseman, because remember when he started?
Yeah, but he's trimmed down. He's really
No, I know, but he
good.
wouldn't know how to get, he wouldn't know when to get to a ground ball and how far to go.
I know.
I remember once he ran nearly to second base and tried to get a ground ball. It's like,
but he does now.
he does now. No,
I don't know
doubt,
that you
no
move
doubt.
him.
Yeah, it's
because you could go out and get just a third baseman, or are they hoping that Aurelvis Martinez has his PED conviction behind him and can show up and play? Because he did, to Aurelvis Martinez's credit, have a really, really solid AAA year. I think he ended up with 28 home runs despite the suspension. So,
do you know what?
I don't know.
Do you know what the worst thing about talking about the Blue Jays is? Talking about the Blue Jays. Can we move on?
Yeah, we can. I'm going to get really upset again. So producer Adam's going to have to tee up the next clip for us here.
Yeah, I sure can tee that up. And again, the cup holders, please fix those. I would like to put at least a beer that's more than 3/4 full when I go to the next game. So, ironically,
You just got to guzzle. You got to just guzzle.
well, that's what I had to do the last time.
Most Jays fans do.
If it wasn't, well, yeah. And you know what was even worse? They were playing the
driven them
Tigers
to.
when I went. The Tigers were smoking them, and we had a row of Tigers fans in front of us, just like hollering and hooting the whole time.
Yeah.
The only
How about those Tigers anyway? Anyway, there's
Good
a team who good team and
surpassed the Blue Jays.
and budget wise. Anyway,
I might go see a game at the Tigers Stadium because my brother lives in Windsor, and they say that
I'd love to do that.
nice. That stadium's
Yeah.
Let's go to Wrigley.
Yeah.
Let's go to Wrigley, boys.
I'm game
Come on,
too.
Let's
Let's
go
go.
touch the
It's not
vines.
far. It's really not that far.
It's not far at all.
Nope.
It's not far at all, boys.
4-hour drive.
Let's go watch my guy Kyle Tucker.
I'm in.
Let's
go.
watch my
I
guy.
want to do it. We'll do it.
All right, no more baseball. Maybe more baseball. I don't know. Producer Adam, what have you got now?
So that was October 4th of this year. Okay. And the very next week, something really bad happened between October 4th and the show on October the 11th. And it's all about the Leafs. So now we're going to get into the stuff where you guys are just going to be... It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And the Leafs, they still can't show up, right? They can't show up for big occasions.
1-0 at the Sam Montembeau show. And man, oh man, the Leafs, I got to hand it to your buds, Clarkey. They always find new and interesting ways to lose big games, and they did it again on Wednesday. They helped Sam Montembeau set a record for most saves in a season-opening shutout with 47. Tremendous work by the Buds, helping the Montreal Canadiens pile up new stats. Just tremendous. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm never happy when the Leafs lose, and I'm even more not happy when they lose to Montreal.
Yeah.
You know what? They got to find a way to score some goals. Like, that's the bottom line. And I honestly think Craig Berube is going to fix things. Like, the power play, Mr. Fancy Pants is back in full force, and get him off the power play. Like, just get him off. Here we go. We played one game, and I'm going nuts already. But well, yes, they can. They can get him off the power play.
Not him.
Honestly, this team dominated the game 5-on-5. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. They got 47 shots to 27 or whatever it was. But the power play killed them. They gave up a power play goal. They can't score a power play goal. This power play last year, the first half of the year, was on fire, and then all of a sudden it petered out. Now Mark Savard is in. And he's the new power play guru with the team. And I didn't see anything different. Nothing at all.
Yeah, well, so Mark Savard is a really good power play player. What I would assume is that last night they wanted to kind of see what the team leans on doing over the last couple of years and then make some major adjustments along the way. I think Mark Savard wanted to see, okay, what are you guys usually up to? And I know people are probably saying, well, that's what the preseason's for. It's not. The preseason is for guys to take a couple warm-up skates, maybe get in the odd fight this year, and then be ready to actually play. But with points on the line, you're going to play differently. And that power play, and again, the theme here is big games. Now, I know what people are probably saying, Ryan, it's the first game.
It's the first game.
Sure. But with this group, it's not. Austin Matthews, let me get the stat up here because I had it prepped. This is not the first game. Austin Matthews, as of last night, has played 563 games. So this is 563 games of continuous failure, and that's what it is. And last night was just an add-on to it. It's the first game of this new season, but it's not the first game of the nonsense that continues to occur with this core group of players that are all overpaid and don't deserve what they're getting, frankly. And they put in another great shift last night. Nope, it's not one game. They put in another great performance last night. 2 or
3 goals. Like, he's always had very good first games, and they haven't won anything. So maybe it's good that he didn't score in the first game this year.
See, this is the crazy stuff that you guys have to come up with.
You can't say...
Yeah. These are the moments I love on our show. So go ahead, guys, take it away.
Well, what's your point there? What was your point, Jury? Like, one game? Like, who cares? Like, as I said, I look at the standings today, and I'm very happy with where my Maple Leafs are. Okay?
Yeah,
and I said
where
that
they typically are.
No, not really.
They're where they typically are. They're in the upper echelon.
Typically, they've been in like a wild card spot, not having home ice advantage in the playoffs. Typically, that's where they've been. But you can't tell me they're not. They're a different team. This team is one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, well, they did that one year with Sheldon Keefe at the helm where they were really, really good defensively and all the analytics and metric stats looked really, really nice too. And I will agree with you that like the complexion of the blue line in particular is different. The forward core is essentially exactly the same. And some of the guys that they were leaning on to maybe change or contribute more aren't doing it. Like Max Domi finally scored a goal. That was neat. And I'm not picking on him. Like he's got 2 now. Fantastic. What a hot streak for him.
They're in first place.
No, yeah, for sure. They're in first place. But again, my point is that my point there was that it's just another in a long list of failures for them. This one being very minor because, it was the first game of a new season.
You're just trying to crank it up. Yes, you are. Sam Montembeault.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Have the Leafs ever achieved anything remotely close to success in the postseason with this core group signed?
Well, we know the answer to that, Drew.
Well, I want to hear you say it.
We know the answer. We know the answer. I will tell you this, that the Tanev-McCabe pairing is one of the top shutdown pairings in the National Hockey League. The goaltending tandem, yes, no doubt we have an injury to contend with now with Stolarz going down. But guess what? We went into the season as Joseph Woll as the number 1 goaltender, and that's what he is right now. So let's not panic. Well. Let's not panic. We have 2 really, really good goalies.
Yes, I'm not panicking about
this is a way
what they're going
better
to do
team
for the rest of the year.
This is a way better team heading into the playoffs. And I haven't said that in the past. You said it last year. I did not say it last year.
It sure seems that way.
I did not say it last year.
It sure seems
I said it's
that
the
way.
Same team.
I like Tanev in particular.
How can you not like him?
And Oliver Ekman-Larsson's been really good too.
Yeah.
The rest of the team's the same, bar
but
Anthony
they're playing
Stolarz.
Different. If you haven't noticed, they're playing different style hockey. You're not watching the same games I'm watching. This team is not scoring as much. They
really aren't. You're right.
They have a different style. You watch when they come out, when that other team comes out of their own end, they are on them immediately, making them force turnovers, and they've never done that before. It's a different style, and it's
been very good.
They're adapting to this new style. They're buying in.
Very good. It's just that my point there in that clip that you saw and my point now is that it won't matter if they do the same thing in April.
No argument there, bud.
So that's my
No
point.
argument
So I'm
there.
not crazy.
But my point is, after one game, you're saying it's the same old team. No, after 42 games or how many games they've played this year,
yeah,
it's obvious. It's
my
not
point
the same
there,
team.
though, and my point there was it's the same group of people at the heart of it that continue to fail in big moments.
Yeah.
And it remains that way until they change the narrative. Right now, they look really good. If the playoffs started today, I would pick them to win the first round. I don't know if I'd pick them to win the second round because they've made a fool of me and so many other bettors, let alone fans of the team, for so long. Just like my guys for years and years, and then all of a sudden it was
a tough
different.
tournament to win.
But they have to do it. Yeah, it's really
tournament to
tough.
win,
and that's my
their
point. They
year.
never turn up and be tough enough to do it.
You're right.
So they
Hey,
have to actually do it.
You're
Because
right.
as of right now, as good as they look,
that game
they
last
are
night,
still
they played
group
a very
of
good
losers.
team. They played a very good team from Dallas,
And they
last
won.
night.
And they won.
Dallas coming
Yes.
off a victory over, I think, maybe the Capitals. And the Leafs were being
Yep.
outplayed. And then all of a sudden, they started being really tough and hitting. And Patch already. My gosh,
really
I hope
neat.
this guy can stay healthy because he turned the game around with his physicality. And
He's got to be in his bonnet. He's leveling guys, and it's
it is
it's fun to
unbelievable.
watch.
He's hitting guys to hurt them. Like he is doing some damage.
It's
out there.
awesome. It's
Anyway,
awesome. He's finding a way to contribute.
Different team.
But
Different
I
team.
will not believe it because it's still the same five guys
Different coach.
that have been around. Yep.
Different D,
coach.
different
for sure.
goalies.
They're on a
No
number
more
of different
Samsonov.
coaches now. A lot of different coaches. A lot of different guys on the bench. Thanks
Yep.
for our head coach,
Different
by the way.
goalies.
Yeah.
It's hard when you have a terrible goalie. I'm talking from experience.
Yep.
It's
It
hard
is
on
hard.
my team. It's been hard
It's
on my
really
team for
hard.
years.
But they better do it for real in the spring because they're earning their flowers right now. But if they do the same old thing in April, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
No argument.
Anyway,
No argument.
Do we have any other clips? Pretty sure. Do we have other clips?
Yeah, we do have one more clip, and it's
Still
going
the
to be
same
good.
shirt. Still the same shirt.
Still the same shirt. Yeah.
I would change his shirt.
Yeah, what do I change my shirt? I don't have
great
time. I'm
shirt.
producing in the background. I don't have time. I barely have time to do my hair. At least, I speak from experience. My team, my boys back there, the Avalanche, we had huge goalie troubles, and we did win a cup with a absolute terrible
goalie troubles.
We still do.
haven't.
Yeah, we still do.
Well,
Now
don't say that
still
about
do.
my guy in
Yeah.
yours, Darcy Kemper. He was really good for you in those playoffs.
Well, he was
rock solid.
but he was not consistent in the regular season. But he was rock solid in the playoffs.
But it doesn't matter because he has a
Okay,
ring.
what's the last clip?
Well, just before that, what do you guys think? So our Avalanche fan group, we're shopping around the lumber yard because we have Wedgwood and Mackenzie.
You have one of the two
Blackwood.
worst tandems in the league, I must
Well,
say.
but we're shopping
Honestly.
around goalie tandem names. Do you think like we're gonna like the lumberyard or the 2x4 or?
How about the Civ Cities?
Oh, that's good.
I don't know.
That's good.
They're not good, Adam.
No,
they're not good.
They're not
Wooden
good.
donkeys. I don't know. Like they have some serious problems back there, man.
Yep.
Like that's not the answer. Trading Georgiev for whoever. Like who was it?
We traded him for Wedgwood.
Blackwood.
Oh no, Blackwood. Yeah, we
Blackwood.
traded him
Like
for
that's
Blackwood.
not an
Blackwood came
upgrade.
in, yeah.
We traded
And
Justus
Annunen,
Annunen.
they
That's
got
not
rid
an
of the kid.
upgrade.
They
It's
got rid of
not.
the kid too. Well, it's
Yeah,
like
Annunen.
to me, it's an across. Like,
And guess who's
is he
playing for the
much
Leafs
better?
Friday night? Matt.
I
Murray.
heard that a guy named Matt.
And
might
I
be-
predicted at the beginning of the year you were going to see Matt Murray back
Yep.
in the lineup.
You did.
Sure did.
You
So
did.
there you go. He's back, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think
All
he's
right.
gonna
What's
play
this
well.
last clip?
Okay.
What do we got?
Before we
Yeah.
move on, can we all agree that we're glad none of us are Predators fans and have Steve Stamkos that only has 8 goals in the season and at the very bottom of the league? Like, at least none of us are Preds fans.
What's
That
going
is
on
correct.
over there? My
That
guy
is
Barry.
correct. Ryan O'Reilly, Luke Shen.
Yeah.
It could have stayed in Toronto.
And
Nasty over
just a
there,
couple of
dude.
years ago, the Predators were like a real thorn in the Avalanche's side. We would go in there and they would dust us
Yeah.
every time.
Hey,
Yep.
just remember one thing, Mr. Producer Adam.
Yeah.
Where were the St. Louis Blues at this time when they won the Cup?
Yeah, right.
Anything can happen.
Well, the Avalanche were almost at the
Anything can
bottom.
happen.
The Avalanche were almost at the bottom of the league this time of year when we won our last cup, and we
There
went
you
on
go.
a tear in
that's
January
true.
and didn't lose a
You know
single
what? There's two
game.
teams out there right now at the near the bottom. No, not total bottom of the standings, but we're playing way underneath their expectations, and that's the Preds and the Rangers.
Yep.
And honestly, both of them could turn things around.
They
But
sure
the
could.
Rangers seem to be like
For
the
sure.
front
Oh,
office
yeah.
is
That's
in a load of trouble.
Yeah,
It's weird over there. Well, guys, we're talking just quickly, like we're talking, Nashville and New York. How about Buffalo, man?
Oh,
in the new year, we might
jeez.
have to check in with our guy Dwayne. I don't know if you saw
Oh.
the two goalies one Mike post game show after that 6-1 loss to Montreal. I
Yeah.
think Dwayne we might have watched as a society a man break spiritually on camera. I think that there's a moment during it where you can actually, I think, see the soul leave Dwayne's body. We're gonna
Really?
have to check in with Dwayne.
Well,
in the new year.
the only thing they got going for them now is they own the Maple Leafs at home,
Yeah,
and
well,
they play them
so
Friday
what?
night. So
Then
they
that's
could
a
turn it
measure of
around.
they could.
What, right? Like,
Anyway.
so what? What?
No, I know. At the end of the day, the big picture is
Yeah.
they suck, but
They suck,
they may
dude.
finally get a win. Maybe Pagula will go to the dressing room and tell everyone their jobs are safe again after that.
Is there an owner in sports more unpopular than him right now? Man, oh man.
Well,
Anyway,
James Dolan probably.
I'll just say,
stolen.
speaking of the Buffalo Sabres, I'm kind of glad we got Casey Middlestat. Casey's probably glad he's not on the Sabres this year. So
Yeah, see, your team might continue the trend of former Sabres winning cups,
you
like
never
after
know,
they leave,
right?
So you never know, right? What's this last clip?
This last
we
clip.
got one more.
So, yeah, we do have one more. So, we're going back to the 2023-2024 season. It's a Leafs clip again, and it's a clip there Clarkey selected somebody that he thought deserved to sit on the couch, but for a good reason, the way he left. So,
Okay.
we'll see this right now.
A little longer this week, I think. So let's get ready, Adam. Here we go. My couch potato is, you know what? I really did like this guy, and I'm sad to see him go. Sheldon Keefe, and he had this message after he was let go by the Leafs.
Time has come to say goodbye. Writing down a note and sending it out didn't seem like enough, and I do plan on taking a little break from media, so here I am. I'm forever grateful for the opportunity to coach the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a dream come true for a boy from Brampton. I want to thank Kyle Dubas, Lou Lamoriello, Brad Treliving, Brandon Pridham, Brendan Shanahan, Larry Tannenbaum, and the MLSE board for giving me this opportunity to work with the Marlies and Leafs. I didn't get it done in the playoffs. I didn't help push our team over the line and deliver. I accept responsibility for that. No excuses. That's the job. I didn't get it done. It's the reality of the business, and I accept it. To the players, I appreciate all your efforts. Your talents and your work ethic made me look good on a lot of nights. Anyone who suited up for blue and white, I appreciate you. To the support staff of the Maple Leafs, you're tremendous people and you're elite at what you do. Players and support staff will drive the team to success. I believe it will win. Leafs Nation, you deserve your Stanley Cup. Your passion at home and on the road is unmatched. It's an incredible honor to coach the Maple Leafs, to try to deliver for you. To the media, I had to deal with you every single day, sometimes twice a day, 3 times a day. I appreciate your process. I respected the fact that you're honest and fair and had a job to do. I hope you appreciated the fact that I helped you do it. I don't know what comes next, but I know I'll be ready for it. In the meantime, I'll enjoy giving my family the time that they deserve. Love you all, and be well.
Wow.
I get sad when I saw that. I was sad. I really was.
Me too. And again, because the guy got kicked, down the curb because
and
these
if he had
players,
guys who could freaking play, he wouldn't be in that position. I do not blame the coach, but I do say they need a new voice. So unfortunately, he had to take the fall.
Yeah, he bears responsibility, but at least he had the fortitude to come out and say it.
Yeah, I say the balls.
And none of the players did that. None of them.
None. No. Zero.
I
Mr.
really,
Fancy Pants can get out of here.
I like
Get him
Sheldon.
out.
He
Out.
seems like a good guy. My respect for him went through the roof with what he said in that message. It really did. Yeah. He's going to land on his feet.
There you go. My couch potato.
He's going to land on his feet.
There you go. So there you go. So that was the classiest thing I've seen probably from a Toronto team. That was probably the classiest thing I've seen. But I was going to say, what's up with the stash?
Nice stash, Drew.
I'm not sure what was going on there, but that's a tough look for me. Like
it is. I hate to say it, but you're right.
I
was a little emotional in that too, eh?
Yeah, well, I think you were that. I think that was a day or two after the firing.
I'll tell you what.
Might have been the same day, actually.
I love Craig Berube, so I'm good.
Craig Berube.
I'm good.
Hey,
I'm good.
It needed to happen. It needed to happen. But what our little tiff over the clip we saw earlier stands true, and what we heard both of us say there. These players never take responsibility for being gigantic failures, and that's why I won't believe them until I see that they can actually be capable of pushing a team around and forcing their will on someone else in the playoffs. That's my point. So, and I hope they do it. I've told you 100,000 times, Clark.
I know.
I'd love to see them win a cup for you. I really would. I really would. But yeah, how about that? Like, that was a tough day. I
guess it was a tough day, but at the end of the day, we knew it was coming. And at the end of the day,
the right thing happened for sure.
The right thing happened, and again at the end of the day, I think we have a better coach.
No argument
for
me.
This team.
Yes. Yep. I did think of something else too just now. I wish that I could insert it here, but another highlight for me this year was when we had Albert Vartanian on, our buddy who's done a lot of stuff for Homestand Sports and whatever. And he's got his new soccer podcast and everything. And we were talking about some footy, Clarkie's favorite sport, and Clarkie threw out a really high quality soccer question about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting fired from Manchester United. It was really impressive, and I wish we had just
it wasn't him.
Was it not? I thought it was about, we were talking about Man United, and you were like, "Oh yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to get fired."
No.
Was it not him?
Different guy.
Are you sure?
Tong, I can't remember his name.
No, I could have swore it was the Man United thing, but that was something. How about that? It could have even been about Thomas Tuchel getting hired by England.
No,
maybe that's what it was.
Was not.
I don't know. I swear it was about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I'm telling you it was not. I would not have tried to attempt that guy's name, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
But you did, though, and that's why
it was Tong or something like that.
I swear it was Man United, and I was floored because you threw out a question. I was like, look at Clarkey over the top rope with the soccer thing. It was something, dude. I was really, really impressed. That was fun, man. That was fun to look back on that. Thanks, producer Adam, for cultivating all those. That was some highs, some lows, mostly lows.
Eric Ten Hag.
Oh, Eric Ten Hag, right? Yeah, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was long gone already. Ten Hag had been there for a while. Eric Ten Hag,
that's who it was.
Wow, Clarkey, how about that? Yeah, unbelievable. Top
Is he still there?
With the soccer? No,
he's gone. See, I was right. At the end of the day.
They fired him. Yeah,
they fired him.
They hired a really impressive.
I should know this.
Portugal.
That's my team.
Yeah, Man United's your team, so God bless you there. Yeah, you're now in the Ruben Amorim era. How about that?
Perfect. I call him Rubes.
Yes. Producer Adam, thanks for that. I guess we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, obviously, we'll end off. This is our last show of the year. We'll do our couch potatoes. That'll be later, though, because a really cool story happened locally here. I want to highlight it. It's the holidays. It's a really cool story. Nice feel-good thing to get us ready for the Christmas spirit, the Hanukkah spirit, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating. Festivus for the rest of us. I don't know, but it's a good story, and we're going to touch on that next here on Instigating. Welcome back to Instigating with Clarkey and Drury. Ryan Drury back here with Clarkey. Fun to kind of look back on the year and review a little bit some of the more tense moments that we had on the show. Lots of Leafs content, lots of Jays content, of course, celebrating the Cyclones, Listowel. And on that note, as I promised when we threw to break, really cool story happened here locally. So I know a lot of people around the area are familiar with the Schoonderwoerd family from Mitchell. Obviously, in 2021, their son Carter tragically took his own life. He was a great young hockey player. He was drafted by the Peterborough Petes, played for the Stratford Warriors, St. Mary's, like well-known kid around the area, tragically took his own life. And they have the CS8 Memorial Foundation. And right now they're fundraising to his parents to build a memorial rink, the CS8 Memorial Outdoor Rink, which will be housed at Ketterson Park in Mitchell at the Tim Hortons Pavilion there. Really, really cool story. So they're fundraising for that, and a local business in town here, Van Allen Insurance, my buddy Shane over there, Shane Van Allen, applied to this grant program that Commonwealth Insurance Group has. It's called the Leaf Grants, and basically they're for like, you know, great local projects, you know, that enhance the community, that sort of thing. Well, they ended up winning. They got a grant, and Shane presented $20,000 in grant funding from Commonwealth to the CS8 Memorial Rink Fund. Really cool stuff. I did a story up on CKNX. You can go see it there on cknxnewstoday.ca. Really, really cool to go over and meet and talk to Shane and the Schoonderwoerds. And I got to sit down and ask Shane, you know, what it meant to him and what it was like to secure funding for this great project. Here's what he had to say. So Shane, obviously some really exciting news for a great local project and cause. Tell us a little bit about the fundraising and the money that's become available that you kind of went out and found.
Awesome. Yeah, we're really excited to be a part of it. The Commonwealth, which is a large farm mutual insurer in our neighborhood, they offer up a LEAF initiative, which is grants that they offer to local communities. And with the help of the CS8 team, we applied for a grant for $20,000, and we won. And it's going to go towards their outdoor rink in Mitchell.
Obviously, it's a really cool initiative and something that you're, you know, very closely tied to. What's it mean to you to be involved with something like this?
It means the world at a time like this where the youth is really struggling, I think, with the way social media and everything that goes on. There's a lot of negativity. So to know that there's an outlet and a reminder that when you see CS8 and you go to this rink and just that there's people out there that care and that you can talk to and share some positivity and just keep on keeping on, I guess you can say. We feel really blessed that the Commonwealth picked this initiative, and we couldn't be happier that it's coming to Mitchell.
Just in terms of maybe what you want people to take away from not only this announcement and eventually the rink, but something like this, what do you want people to maybe take away, a message, if you will?
Yeah, most importantly, I think it is to remember that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help, and to know that you can ask for help from your friends, from your family. And whenever you see a CS8 sticker, a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, whatever it be, to know that it symbolizes that there is help out there and that it's A-okay, and you just, reach out to anybody and ask for help. You'd be surprised how many people will give it.
So great stuff there from Shane Van Allen of Van Allen Insurance here in town, in Listowel. Really, really cool stuff. And of course, I also, in that same interview, that piece that I did, got to speak to Heather and Joe Schoonderwoerd, who of course are Carter's parents and are currently still fundraising for the rink, which should be ready for fall of next year. But just really unbelievable to meet these people that have just been through something really, really awful and are making something really incredible happen off the back of that. And I got to talk a little bit with Joe that day, and here's what he had to say. A really cool initiative and a cool gift almost, if you will, that Shane kind of spearheaded here, you know, for yourselves. What does something like this mean to you guys?
Oh, I think it means a lot. That it shows the support that we're getting from the community, and it started 3.5 years ago when Carter did pass. there was donations back then to Mitchell Minor Hockey that we put into a separate fund. And that was the brainchild. That was the start. That's where it all started from. As money started to accumulate over the years, we did some golf tournaments too. And we started to get a little egg of money. And the next question was, where can we put this to be a good benefit to all the kids in the area?
And obviously, this is going to be a key part of that. And you mentioned all the different money that's come in, all the different support that you've seen from a number of different communities around the area. What does that mean to you guys to continue to see that outpouring?
I think in a roundabout way, Ryan, it shows you that the people were afraid of losing Carter's memory. And that's probably everybody's worry to anyone who's lost a loved one. But what it shows to us is that his memory is still fresh, and there's a lot of people still impacted on the whole idea.
In terms of what you guys want people to maybe remember or think about, Shane kind of touched on it, seeing the CS8 logo on a number of different avenues, and including on this upcoming rink. What do you want people to kind of remember and think about when they see that?
Probably that things aren't always the way they appear. You can see people that you would think they have no problem in the world, that you think they have everything. And it's not always that way. Even now, this time of the year, Christmas time, there's a lot of people, it's a tough time of the year for them. And then us as all good people should keep that in mind, that, somebody is upset or ugly at you today. Maybe they're just having a bad day. It's, like I say, this is a tough time of the year for a lot of people. And till you've been there, you don't realize it. But now we do, and we're a little more empathetic to people.
I certainly agree. And I mean, when you consider going forward with things like this, the Leaf Grant, I know that CS8, you guys do a number of different things throughout the year. You mentioned like golf tournaments, different fundraisers that have happened. Is anything on deck already for 2025 that people can maybe think about and get excited about?
Oh, we got the snow pitch tournament coming in the beginning of February, I believe. Again, we had the first one last year, and it was a great hit. It was well attended, and It was a great day. Everybody just gets together. A lot of his buddies and a lot of his family and friends, and it's not so much about the money anymore, Ryan. It's more about the memory and getting together. And it's a positive environment for a lot of people to be in on top of it all. So we got that going, and I'm pretty sure we're going ahead with the golf tournament again come this summer as well. So.
Is there anything else you guys want to add regarding the funding? I don't know if you have anything you want to say. It's okay if you don't.
I think at the end of the day, a great thing is to see the support from the people that we thank them so much for, and how much we want to promote the idea of saving a life, saving somebody through what we've had to live through. If we can save one person through all the work we've done, you wouldn't believe it, but that would be all the satisfaction I need. And that's where we are. And we appreciate it.
So thanks again to Shane Van Allen of Van Allen Insurance, and of course Joe Schoonderwoerd, who just incredible, that family. He and Heather, just getting to meet them and connect with them. Of course, is like the history with my dad, and mental health's very important to me, and it's just incredible to meet people like that have been through something so awful and are making something really cool happen. I can't wait for the Carter Schoonderwoerd 8 Memorial Rink to open in Mitchell. I want to be there when it officially opens. That would be really fun. I would love to take the ice and shoot around on there. It's going to be a really, really great local staple. All right. I just wanted to feature that. I thought, it's around the holidays, like really feel good story. I really love stuff like that. So definitely wanted to squeeze into the show. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Clarkey and I will wrap things up for the year with our final couch potato picks of 2024. Welcome back. Wrapping things up for 2024. It feels weird saying that here on Instigating with Clarkey and Drury. This will be our last show of the year. We'll be back in the new year. I believe our first show back will air on January 10th. So we'll be back that week. So we'll be off all of Christmas week. We'll be off the following week, and we'll be back. So we're going to have a 2-week break here on Instigating.
And we've never done that.
Usually it's like one.
Not Whiteman we have, but we've usually got a show going. But this year, you know what? It's just the right time to let it pause.
Yeah, we'll take a little break and, just re-energize. I've been really busy. You've had a really busy year, especially the end of it here with the move and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm busy with Guelph. I'm busy with the radio. It's time.
I've been busy.
Recharge the battery.
I have been busy.
You have.
But there's some things I wouldn't be busy for. This is leading into my couch potato. Now, before you roll it, Adam, our good buddy we've had on the show, friend of the show, okay? Dave Poulin hasn't returned my calls, hasn't returned my texts. I don't know what we've done, but I wanted him to know that I still play goal. And I contemplated making Pooley my couch potato this week. But I'm doing a good couch potato because the Sens needed an e-bug this week. Zach Dietz. Right? Let's show it now. Zach Dietz running down the highway in Ottawa trying to get to the rink because the traffic was terrible. And there he is with his goalie gear. You know how hard this is? Like, you can see the Canadian Tire Center. That's what it's called.
Yeah, but he's a ways away.
He's a ways away, and he is running to get to the rink because the traffic was so bad, and he got summoned to the rink. So Zach Dietz, I'm so jealous. I mean, Pooley has my number. Has my number, and has refused to call me whenever they need an e-bug. Because I could get to Ottawa. Like, it's, a 2-hour, maybe not even, like a 1-hour flight from Toronto. I could probably fly out of London.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
And I would. To be an e-bug, I would do that in a heartbeat to be an e-bug.
Yeah. Clarkey, I see the issue, though, is that I don't think that the Ottawa Senators... I don't think that the Senators would want you skating out there wearing like a replica Mike Palmatier mask.
I have a normal white mask. Has no markings on it whatsoever. Now my pads are blue and white. My gloves are blue and white.
How about that though? Like, run it. Like, that's dedication, man. And like, that's the type of hustle. And since that happened and since that clip went viral, the Sens have been playing really well.
They have.
Matter of fact, as we record this, they're holding down a playoff spot.
Yeah, good. Like, good on Pooley, but Pooley, like, come on, like a friend of the show, and he won't call me.
He's really busy.
He has seen me play goal. He has told me straight to my face. He has told me straight to my face, that's an NHL save, when I made a save once.
Yeah. How long ago did he say that to you?
Well, probably 10 years ago. But
right. So,
but I stopped a great shot, and he goes, that was NHL caliber save. I'm like, see, I could do it, Brian. I could do it. Yeah. Anyway, congrats to Dietz. Way to go.
Really
way
cool.
to run. Way to hustle.
Really cool. And I want Ottawa to make the playoffs. I want this to be a catalyst and then make the playoffs because I would love to see Leafs Sens first round. Who wouldn't love to see that?
Well, the Leafs own the Sens in the playoffs, so that would be good for the Leafs.
No, I know, but it would be amazing.
I know. No question.
Back. It would be so cool.
It would be. It would be.
Oh, it would be cool.
It would be.
You know what's not cool, though, Clarkey?
No, what is not?
Great couch potato to wrap it up. Giving some goal. We're all goalie huggers here. We love that. We love the goalies.
Yeah.
Good job on Dietzy there. You know what's not cool is
you got a bad one. You got a bad couch potato. You got to set this up.
We've addressed this issue before on this show, but this one is loud for a number of reasons. Producer Adam, roll this. I can't believe guys in the National Football League are still doing this thing where they get to the end zone and they drop the ball before crossing the plane, which you see star and well-paid running back Jonathan Taylor, who, see that C on his jersey, Clarkey? It shouldn't be there anymore. He's a team captain on offense, and he pulls this garbage in an NFL game with potential playoff implications on the line. Oh, and by the way, and I know that this isn't a big deal to most people. Do you have any idea? I read a story. Do you have any idea the implications that play right there with him not scoring had on fantasy football leagues this year?
Oh, no.
I read somewhere that over 300,000 leagues were affected in some way by that play. And I know, like, in the grand scheme of things, that's... who cares? I'm in a league. We play for money. It's not a lot of money.
No, but
it's like $50 a guy.
It's a
right?
bonehead play. The C stands for C student, not for
it's
captain.
insane to me that Jonathan Taylor did that, and I would half expect him not to be an Indianapolis Colt next year. I don't want guys like that on my team, Clarkey. I can't do it, dude. But in closing, and that's my couch potato, my last one for 2024. I'll try and start 2025 with a good one, I promise.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know who I do want on my team? You guys. Clarkey and producer Adam. Love doing the show with you. It's a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating during this holiday period, please enjoy it. Have fun with your families. Wish you two guys a very Merry Christmas. And I hope 2025 is as heated here on Instigating as it usually is, man. It's fun to do the show with you guys. Same.
And Merry Christmas to you,
yes.
Kate, Jen and Adam. You know what? It's not only fun to do the show, but it's fun to hang out with you guys every week. And it's something we've been now doing for, what did we figure? Like 8 years, 7-8 years.
It's
been a long time.
Anyway.
Producer Adam would have that info, but it's been a long time. So Merry Christmas to everyone out there as well. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, and stay safe, please.
Absolutely. Remember, this week and in the new year, you can find this show Friday nights at 8, Sunday nights at 9 with our friends on Whiteman TV, Channel 6 for Whiteman subscribers. We debut Friday nights on our YouTube channel at 9. And also remember, you can follow us on social media at Instigating Pod, and you can find the podcast version on all your favorite podcast apps. For producer Adam.
Adam's got something to say. He must have something to say.
I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you guys as well. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy new year. And just wanted to participate in the final episode of 2024 wave at the end.
Absolutely. With the Griswold shirt on. We don't call
the Wizard of Oz for nothing.
That's right. The Griswold shirt. Bend over and I'll show you. How about that? All right. 2025. We'll see you then. Thanks for listening to and watching Instigating. We'll see you next year.